Shane Patton is on the line. Chief Commissioner, good morning.
Morning, Neil.
Well, the curfew is the hot issue. Were police consulted about the introduction of a curfew?
No.
Were you at no stage?
No. The reality is I was never consulted. I've made inquiries to determine if anyone within the organisation was briefed on the matter, and as best as I can work out, our policy area was provided a copy of the proposed guidelines for our information a couple of hours before they were signed off.
That's not long before they were public.
That's right.
So the police were told a couple of hours before they became public that there was going to be a curfew.
That's my understanding.
Did you want one? Had you discussed having one?
We had never requested a curfew.
Did you? You hadn't. Do you think, is it working?
Oh, well, the reality is they're CHO guidelines. We certainly see restricted access overnight now as a result of these CHO guidelines, and so given the direction and the aim of the directions from the CHO is to restrict movement, then to that degree you would say they are, yes.
Yeah. We need it. Do we need it still?
Well, that's a matter for the CHO, Neil. I mean, I'm very mindful in this day and age from a policing perspective, and coming with the state of emergency and the state of disaster, it brings a lot of significant powers to police, and powers that we normally wouldn't have had, and enforcement. And so it's important for us to make sure, and I keep pushing this out to our members, to use discretion where appropriate, that we need to maintain that trust and confidence of the community, because it's absolutely important for us. But we support and enforce the directions of the CHO and use our discretion where appropriate. So these guidelines have been signed off by the Deputy CHO and by default endorsed by the CHO.